I just think, why are people living like this in our country? Why is this happening in this day and age? Early on in our in Tukotahi's work, we started to see the effects of poor housing, especially on our children, the tamariki. We could see that there were many hospitalisations as a result of coming home to poor, damp housing.
I was killing my kids. They used to be sick all the time because we used to get a lot of black mould. We had a lot of asthma and different things going on here. The kids were always going to hospital. One of my grandchildren ended up in hospital for about 5 or 6 weeks, and we still didn't know what it was.
One of the issues we've been looking at is how to get rid of mould in housing, particularly in ones where children are growing up, and showed that children who were growing up in houses where there was less mould were less likely to wheeze and therefore had lower probability of developing asthma as they grew up.
And we've looked at the temperatures in 4,500 children's bedrooms. The coldest child was at -4 degrees when they were asleep in their bedroom that night. Very next day, that child had to go to hospital for asthma. Every time that child spent the night in their home over that winter, their lung function declined, and they had chronic asthma. So then we had a look, what could we do? We insulated the house. We put good quality heaters in the house. We subsidised the power bill so that they could afford to pay for the heaters. We stopped the drafts in the house. We brought the whole package together. The next winter, that child didn't have to go to hospital. The scale of our programme is that we've done that for 24,000 homes.
And we've been increasingly doing work with general practices, particularly with hospitals, where children go at accident emergency, saying if a child comes in with these conditions which are avoidable, tell us, tell the Healthy Homes Initiative community people, and we will go in and fix up your houses.
Our whānau ora services are not based on an individual. We might get a referral for an individual, but when we go into the home, we look at the whole whānau. So, we might just go in to meet, might be one of the children, but if we see that Nanny and Koro are there, then we'll absolutely ask, how are you doing? How are things been for you? And then that starts that journey with working with the whole whānau.
Cheryl brings to our research a really strong commitment to her community, and her team all live in the local area.
I've grown up in this community. I'm just trying to think, it's been 56 years I've grown up in the Hutt Valley. You need to start from the place that you come from. So here at Kokiri Marae, we support the values around whakawhanaungatanga, manaakitanga, aroha. They're all a big part of the services that we deliver. And we built a real trusting relationship between Philippa and the team, and we still have that 20 years later today. We still work really closely.
So one of the pleasures is to working with the community to get to hear their story and the real story that's happening. Then they give me the data, so as we can get the data story. This data story can translate into a government and an economic story. And when we put that together, we can change the story.
When they see how I've been, and I've been in a bedridden state, and then now this house is warm, I don't cough as much, I don't shake or freeze. The black stuff that was around the house that I didn't realise was doing damage to our family is not there. And the babies, they're not as bad with their asthma.
Much nicer than it was too.
Yeah.
Yeah.